Listen, photographing kids and young folks is a pain in the ass sometimes. 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna give you exactly what you want, right? But what they will do is give you their authentic selves, even if that energy isn't the energy you're looking for. It is an authenticity that you probably would have never experienced otherwise. So what we do is we try to harness that energy and bring that collaboration of energy into the actual final product. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Clifton Henri, your nationally recognized and award-winning photographer here with Day7, Video7 of my 10-day artist talk series of The Weight We Carry. Today we're gonna get into the actual day of the shoot, so let's get into it. Your boy is super duper nervous, right? This whole time with me trying to produce the Weight We Carry series, I'm thinking about it like this rather than focusing on like one thing at a time. So there was a lot of anxiety and hesitation to even start. You know, like there was pressure to make this thing perfect. But this was the first shoot. This was day one of the first shoot to try to piece some ideas together, and really wasn't expecting anything to come out of it, but I had to start somewhere, right? So this is where we start. We got to playing some music in the studio to get my mind frame right. It was a bunch of 80s hip hop. We had some Ice Cube. We had some Ghetto Boys playing in the background. And before my model showed up, started going into cold sweats, right? Started going to cold sweats and adjusting lights, trying to figure it out, using whatever I had in here to try to get my light straight so that I wasn't figuring out everything once they got in here. Because really you only have a kid's attention for maybe like 15, 20 minutes max, and then they're done, like they're toast. So I knew that immediately, like I would have to be prepared and like, hey, what's going on guys? Come on in and just get to shooting right away. So that's what ended up happening. We got to shooting right away. But the problem was for the idea for the shoot, or the concept for the shoot, I needed a more like subdued, you know, carrying this big burden of weight, you know, somber situation, right? And my man came in like a cannonball full of energy, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to work with this a little bit. So, you know, we take some photographs. I start working on getting my lighting situation straight. Really, I just had two lights casting from the left and the right of them. So one hitting the face, one hitting the backside of him. And it was giving me the aesthetic I wanted. I wanted some shadowing to take place, right? So we get that going, photographing, and you start seeing him getting a little fatigued. I'm like, cool, all right, we're getting closer. Listen, by the time we were done, I had this kid, he was a whole method actor, right? I started playing some marching music on the stereo. And I'm like, all right, man, just imagine yourself and talk to yourself like, oh my God, this bag is so heavy. Step, step, step. And over the speakers was left, 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 right, left. So I started getting him into character, and we kept doing it, repetition after repetition. And each time we were getting closer to the final shot, because you started to see the fatigue in him. He came in like a ball of energy, boom, 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 ready to go. And by the time we got towards like maybe the last 5 or 6 shots, that's when the magic happened. You can't always determine when you're going to get the shot, but it reveals itself as you continue to shoot, as you continue to work. You're like, oh yeah, that worked, that doesn't work. Lighting isn't doing what I needed to do, or the model isn't doing what I need. Maybe we need to take a break, get a sip of water, come back to it. You try a bunch of different tricks, you know, and the kid, the young person, it's tough sometimes because you don't necessarily, or the kid can't really understand what you want or why you're photographing what you're photographing. So it's costume time, you know. We dress up, we're playing a scenario in our heads, and we're acting it out. And that has worked for me time and time again, especially when I'm doing more conceptual work, right? So that was amazing. I still didn't know if I got exactly what I needed at the end of the shoot. I knew I was close. And it wasn't until I got everything loaded up into the computer, I selected through hundreds of shots, because I was literally overshooting it and making small variations along the way to just make sure I got it, make sure I just had a solid repetition under my belt to pour into the next one if I had to reshoot. And we got it. Like, got exactly what I was looking for, exactly what I wanted. I had no idea this was going to be the actual shot, even though I kind of mapped it out for myself and hit my target. I was still questioning myself on, man, is this the one? Is this the winner? So it took me a few weeks to go through editing this particular piece. It's 3 layers to the piece. This actually wasn't the original title for this piece either. The Weight We Carry was not the original title, but I'll get into that next week. And then working on the texture, like finding the texture that appropriately matched the aesthetic I was looking for and the story I wanted to tell. So playing with that for the next couple weeks, and we finally got to it, and the piece you see over my shoulder is what we landed on, and I think it worked out perfect, yo. Like, it literally captured everything that I was looking for: the emotion, the fatigue, the elements of protection, the elements of war, carrying of burdens. Like, it's all there. And my man did an amazing job. Now, it literally went by quickly. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was gonna take 20 minutes. It might've took 20, 25 minutes, but we were done, in and out real quick. And like I said, it kind of gave me the confidence to dive into these next several shoots with somewhat of a formula and way to attack the photographing process with these young people. All right, so tomorrow is day 8, video 8, and we'll talk about like why this shot actually made the cut into the entire series. Like I said, I did shoot more than the 8 pieces that you guys have seen. So we'll dive into why this one was one of the top ones selected. It ended up being the title piece for the series. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.